Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, it's part 2 of our Barber Quarter album fill quest to maybe complete a set. I don't know. I found 3 strays after I did the first video, so these were in my collection already. And then I've added 3 new ones that I got. And these are a little bit nicer quality, so let's get them in. So if you missed the first video, I'd encourage you to go check it out. I'll leave the link to that one in the description. Plus you can check, I've got like a little playlist or whatever that's Barber related. So anyway, don't have much on page 1, so we had to remedy that situation here. So I've got the very first one in the series, and what's interesting, as with most first releases in a new series, there were some issues, and so it's a transitional year. So there's a type 1 and a type 2. This one's type 2, which is the more plentiful of them, but I'll explain. All right, so what we're looking at here is the E in United, and then the wingtip. If it meets the tip or the edge of the E, it's a type 2. If you can see some of the crossbar of the E, it's a type 1. And so what happened, they found that these didn't stack very well. There were some problems related to that, so the first change was to the reverse. So some of the coins in 1892 had type 1, and then the majority were this type 2. There was a type 3 in 1900. They finally solved the problem of the stacking, and they were able to reduce the height of the stacks. Actually, they got 21 coins to equal the height of 20 of the old coins. So let me get this one put away before I ramble on. So actually, in all of them, 1892 O, Philadelphia, the San Francisco, they all had the type 1 and type 2. So if you're a serious collector, you got to have type 1 and type 2 of all 3. And there it is. So for now, I'm going to be content with just having the type 2. So next up, while we're still on page 1, we might as well get one of the strays put away. So this one I did have in my collection already, but somehow it eluded detection on that first video. So this is another one, kind of borderline G4, AG3. So it all has to do with whether the letters are readable. I'd say this is AG3. So that one goes there. All right, there it is. And now we've got 3 on the page. Got that first one. We got the 1897 O, and we got the 1898. I know it looks confusing. The other ones are on page 2. And speaking of page 2, we've got nothing this go round to add. We've just got our 3 existing there, but we are getting serious about page 3. I believe I mentioned in the previous video that I had to get 3 across, and so there is the 1908 O. And true to my word, I had to get one with denticles anyway, so let's put it in. Before we do, we can kind of take a look. So what happened with the stacking and all that, they didn't get it right, completely right, until 1900, as I mentioned. They had the type 3 reverse, and you can see the wingtip protrudes through the top of the E in United. And besides that, they kind of changed the spacing of the denticles and all that, so really did help. This wasn't the transitional coin, but it just shows the example of it. I love it. So 3 across, my first complete row of this book, so that is cool. And we do have one other one for the page. Couldn't let that one go unfilled. So I got the 1908D, and also a little bit nicer condition. All right, so that is awesome. Really hitting this page hard. So probably gonna try to fill page 3 first. We'll see how that goes. So got 1 or 2 to put on this page, and we've got a stray 1912 up next. All right, here it is. This is one found in my collection, and yeah, pretty toasted there, especially the reverse. So AG3, maybe more like a P. All right, there it is. And so 2 on the page, and if you recall in the last video, I do have the 1916D in the holder, but among my strays, I did find 1916D. Super cleaned, but book filler. Let's get it in. And there it is. So 3 on that page gives us 13 now in our book. So that is cool. Getting there. Gonna be a slow process, but having fun. So thank you so much for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. And until next time, bye-bye.